Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the Game Appearance. This is a teleportation video that shows you how to do some fairly basic teleportation methods. I'm going to have more teleportation videos when I come up with more ideas, but this is what I have in my pocket so far. So this is a region teleporter. This is basically showing how someone can be teleported from a location, not where the command block is being clicked, to another location. Now, this one here does require someone to click on it, but if I do an example version right here for you lot out there that are looking at this and be like, oh, what's going on here? So basically, you set TP, you set where the player is. Now, what some people do, set what target is. What some people do is do space and then make the bracket. You shouldn't do that because then it doesn't connect with the line properly. So what you should do now is select the region. Now, I'm just going to select the region that we have currently. You being X, Y, then Z, you got to do X first. So 1055, as you can see to the left there. I have F3 mode on. And then you want to do a comma. You have to do a comma to separate the X, Y, and Z. Otherwise, it's just going to go crazy and not understand what the hell's doing it. You'll probably think, even with a space in the way, it doesn't work when it's within the brackets. When it's outside of the brackets, it will work if you do a space. Now we want to do X, comma, and then we want to do 18, comma. And now we want to do radius. That's what the R means. Radius equals 3. And then we want to close the bracket. And we do space. And then we want to set a teleport to location. Now what we've just done is where we are right now is going to teleport us to another location. And this other location will be, typed on in right here. That's completely random. I'm not going to teleport there because I'll probably lose where I am. But anyway, that's pretty much how to do that. Okay, so now I have a much more advanced version, but what I'm going to show you is, there you go. That's what that does. That's what that does. It teleports you from this location right here. You don't have to be standing on a pressure plate or anything like that. Just click this button, teleports you to this area right here. You can stand on a pressure plate, but it would be incredibly pointless. You could just have a command block teleporting you to a specific location by that case anyway. What this means is you can do a bunch of parameters that the player must go through in order for the teleporter to even be active in that instance. So they have to be in this specific area. Maybe they can only have a few people at a time within this area. I heard there is a command that is able to do that. I believe it's L or something like that. It might be level. But anyway, yeah, that's on. Now we got a much more advanced system here. Well, I went over the top on the advanced system here. But anyway, exactly the same things we've seen before. The area, the region, target region is here. Target player is set to the closest person within this region, and then what it's going to be teleporting them to, where it's going to teleport them to, which is right here. So what we have here, some of you may find, I don't know, noticeable, is a repeating system here, and it'll constantly ticker off and on. What happens here is a constant stream of power gets taken up through here. It won't go up here, but the reason this is here is so it's constantly powered and there's not one little flicker of power going on once, but also means that these two power redstone torches are taken off. Now what happens is when a piece of power, this is constantly on because this block is being powered by this block, when then goes around and then powers that off, and that's how it constantly goes off. This block here will constantly flicker on and off to keep this power on. So if we want to flick that off, as you can see here, there you go. It's flicking off and on. There we go. Now what this means is when you go to a specific region that has been targeted, it constantly powers that and sends you backwards. This is just brilliant if you want to make like a barrier to a certain area, or if you want to, once again, like I said, have to do some specific, you have to go through some parameters or do some random thing for an event, a side quest or something like that in an adventure map in order to have the ability to pass it. Now, unfortunately, the issue with the constant flicking is that it is slightly laggy. Well, I mean, it's not laggy, but I mean, if you had a bunch of them, then it would kind of put a lot of strain onto a server and possibly crash it if it's a low-end server. It's not exactly the best thing you could do, but you can disable it like I've shown right here. So let's say, once again, this disables it so you can pass. All you have to do is send power to this to stop it flicking. This is what the whole point of this is. It's this thing right here. Stop this flicking, and then you'll be able to pass. Okay. Now, I have another kind of system here. Excuse me. I have another kind of system here. If we go down here, we have, once again, you see the flicker thing on here again. It flickers this command block, which is once again what we've seen before. Now what we also have here is the just saying that you've locked and that you've opened the thingamajig, and when you flicker this, let's say, you have locked your keep. Now, every time I go to that area, I will be teleported to that jail right here. Welcome to jail, me. There you go, and I gotta take this off. Now, this is sort of, if you want to teleport to your base, and then you want to move along, and then you don't want anyone else to teleport to your base, just teleports them to jail, and you want to move on. Now, unfortunately, you can also get teleported to jail if you completely forget about the lock. You probably want to put the lock in a better place. It's actually quite far radius. I probably want to slow that down, but lower the radius. But still, it's sort of like a keep out sign. No one will ever be able to go into your base or teleport to it without being teleported away from far, far away from your base. Or what they can also do is set a system where it teleports them to jail, or you to jail, and then they also get rid of all of your items. Now, there is a way to do that with the give commands. I'm not too sure if it can get rid of all of their items, but you can get rid of specific items. That's what you can do. I think it's actually clear. That's about it. But anyway, yeah, you can do that, and then they're in jail. How the hell are they going to go out? You know, it'd be kind of funny. But anyway, that's about it for this little teleportation video. I don't think there is anything I've missed. All of this, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.